I go check a pulse?
No! Back up! Now!
I'm a physician!
I don't care.
We understand. We got EMS coming. I get it. Just give us a second.
We have medics on scene. We have our own medics.
Where are they? Where are they? How can I relax? You just killed my neighbor. You caught butter in the face. You killed my neighbor. How do you show up to work every day? How the do you do this every day? You're killing my neighbors. You're stealing my neighbors. What the man?
A woman's sudden death during a federal immigration enforcement encounter in Minneapolis has reignited debate about use of force by federal agents and prompted widespread protest in a city still marked by its own history of scrutiny over policing. Emergency call transcripts, official reports, and bystander video released in the days since the January 7th incident paint a picture of confusion, escalation, and shock in a residential Minneapolis neighborhood as federal officers confronted a woman who later died after being shot at close range. You're watching CrimeScope with Sam. Make sure you like and subscribe to our channel.
We don't change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former veteran. You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Oh!
At just after 9:30 a.m. on January 7th, local 911 centers received multiple calls from bystanders reporting that a federal immigration officer had shot a woman inside her vehicle on a snowy street in North Minneapolis. One caller described the situation simply: "ICE just shot a lady, point-blank range in her car." The woman, later identified as 37-year-old Renee Good, a mother of three, was inside her parked SUV when the shooting took place. According to official accounts and video captured by a federal agent and later shared by media outlets, the encounter began with what appeared to be a verbal exchange near her vehicle. In the footage obtained by CNN, an immigration and customs enforcement agent, identified as Jonathan Ross, a 10-year veteran of the agency, is seen approaching Good from the front of her vehicle. Good can be heard addressing him with a calm tone, saying, "That's fine, dude. I'm not mad at you," as her partner, Becca Good, films the scene on a cell phone. At one point, another agent is heard telling Good to get out of the FNG car. Eyewitness and bystander videos show the SUV abruptly moving forward, at which point multiple gunshots are heard. At least one video indicates Ross was not in the direct path of the moving vehicle when he fired, including shots through the open driver's side window at close range. The incident prompted immediate shock among bystanders. Multiple 911 callers described seeing an ICE agent discharging his weapon into Good's vehicle and later reported the vehicle had crashed and that the driver appeared badly injured. Responding fire units arrived within minutes. Emergency responders found Good unresponsive in her vehicle with multiple wounds, according to incident reports. She was moved to the sidewalk to allow medical personnel better access and away from the growing crowd, where efforts to revive her continued for nearly an hour. Officials say she was later transported to a hospital, where she was pronounced dead. Incident reports from Minneapolis city officials also reveal confusion and coordination challenges at the scene immediately after the shooting. At one point, responding law enforcement notes included lines such as "still trying to figure out who's in charge," reflecting competing roles among city, state, and federal personnel managing the aftermath. By about 10:03 a.m., minutes after the initial shooting, the agent who fired the shots was reported to have left the scene and was transported to a federal building. A Department of Homeland Security spokesperson later confirmed that he was taken to a hospital after the incident and has since been released. Protests and public reaction began almost immediately, with gatherings near the shooting site evolving into demonstrations against federal law enforcement's use of force. Some participants carried signs with messages critical of immigration and customs enforcement and called for accountability. At around 11 a.m., Border Patrol agents were seen deploying pepper spray as tensions between protesters and officers grew. Crowds at times blocked a federal vehicle convoy as others chanted slogans and held a spontaneous vigil, placing flowers and candles in the snow near where Good was shot. Hours after news of the shooting spread, the Department of Homeland Security issued a statement. The agency described the confrontation as involving what it termed an act of domestic terrorism, asserting that the ICE agent fired defensive shots after the vehicle posed what agents believed to be a threat. The statement said the agent relied on training and that the vehicle was moving toward officers. However, footage and multiple witness accounts released since then have raised questions about the DHS account, leading to public scrutiny and calls for independent investigation. Some former and current Department of Homeland Security officials reportedly privately questioned the agent's actions, according to media reporting. The fact that the shooting occurred just blocks from the intersection where George Floyd was killed by a Minneapolis police officer in 2020 adds historical weight to the community response. The city remains deeply familiar with national conversations about policing, use of force, and accountability. While some video shows bystanders attempting to assist after the shooting, including one individual who identified himself as a physician and asked whether he could check Good's pulse, federal agents at the scene restricted access, indicating that emergency medical services were in transit. Fire units did not reach the scene until about 9:42 a.m., several minutes after the first 911 calls. According to the incident report, responders administered dressings and attempted chest compressions on Good, but she never regained consciousness or a pulse. Footage from bystanders also captured heated interaction between citizens and federal agents in tactical gear, with at least one agent appearing to raise a weapon at an approaching observer, while other officers repeatedly ordered the crowd to back up. In the hours after her death, memorials to Good began appearing near the scene, with flowers, candles, and personal tributes left at a makeshift shrine. Community members described their sorrow and frustration, noting the suddenness of her death and the shocking nature of the encounter. City officials confirmed that an official investigation into the use of force is underway. Minneapolis Police Department took control of the scene and, in the days following the shooting, coordinated with state and federal authorities to gather evidence, interview witnesses, and review available video from both federal and civilian sources. Local leaders have emphasized the importance of transparency and have called for release of all available footage and detailed incident reports to clarify exactly what led to the shooting. Legal experts and civil rights advocates have weighed in, noting that encounters between law enforcement and the public that end in use of deadly force typically trigger multiple layers of inquiry, including internal reviews within the agency involved, independent civilian oversight where available, and potential federal oversight if civil rights violations are suspected. Members of Good's family and community supporters have publicly expressed grief and outrage, while local activists have framed the incident within broader discussions about immigration and customs enforcement's role in domestic law enforcement and the oversight of federal agents operating in local communities. As the investigation continues, questions remain about the decisions made in the moments leading up to the shooting and whether alternative strategies could have prevented the tragic outcome. Federal, state, and local authorities have pledged cooperation in the review process. For many in Minneapolis, the incident has become not just a matter of law enforcement accountability, but also a painful reminder of past confrontations and the ongoing public demand for clarity, transparency, and justice in cases involving force used by government agents. If you want comprehensive coverage and verified updates on this case as they develop, be sure to subscribe and follow for in-depth investigations here on CrimeScope with Sam. Thank you for watching.